rookie comes into the Las Vegas Raiders, drafted in the second round, and within the middle of the season, he has already replaced the starting center, Andre James, who just got a 3-year extension worth over $25 million, making $8 million a year with a $5+ million signing bonus. He will now be sitting on the bench as the young Jackson Powers Johnson will be now the starting center. And it's also interesting that another rookie lineman has also earned that starting job over at right tackle named DJ Glaze. Yes, the Glazinator is now on the starting lineup. And so we finally, for the first time all season, have a starting offensive line that will be continuous and get some type of chemistry with this team, hopefully leading to better play. But before we get into the details of what I got to talk to you guys about today, I just want to say, have you guys jumped in on your opportunity to grab this $300 free prize that we are giving away? Now, we got some metrics that we have to meet in order to give this away, obviously. If this video gets 10,000 views, 500 likes, and 500 comments, we will give this away to one of the lucky guys who put JPJ down in the comments. That's right. All you got to do is comment JPJ down in the comment section below, and you are automatically entered to win this prize. And of course, be subscribed and all of that fun stuff. And just a big thanks to all of the previous winners that I'll put on the screen here that have won prizes over the past couple of months. Yes, we've given away over $1,000 to Raider Nation. Now let's get into today's video. I want to talk about the career and the rise and future stardom of a guy named JPJ, Jackson Powers Johnson, a guy who was highly touted coming out of Oregon as probably the best center in all of college football. And the fact that Antonio Pierce believes in him enough to make him the full-time starter, even though Andre James is ready to go. Check this out.
With Andre practicing, do you think, is there a scenario where even if he's able to play, will he be back at center? How will that work?
No, we'll stay with the same five.
Is that just, I know you mentioned earlier this week, just the value of having continuity? Is that what you're trying to build with the offensive line by sticking with the same five?
Yeah, just continuity. Unless something drastic changes today, I don't see changing lineup. They've been practicing well the last couple of days together, and we'll keep it. We just got to work, be consistent, come to work every day, continue to get better. The word I said last week was no different out of the bye week, was improvement. Looking for improvement. That's happening. Again, it's happening in practice. Obviously, we got to put it on paper come Sundays, but that's the word we're talking about. A lot of young players playing, more opportunities there. So between improvement, opportunities, and process, which is a word that nobody likes to talk about, but it's the truth.
So Coach Antonio Pierce has laid the issue to rest the starting center for the rest of the season. In my opinion, from what he just said, is going to be the rookie Jackson Powers Johnson. And why not? Jackson Powers Johnson has clearly been the best offensive lineman on that line, no matter who the starting lineup was, this entire season since he got his very first chance to get out on the field. He is a high energy guy. You constantly see him running down the field, tackling people and blocking people when he doesn't even need to. But one of the knocks on him thus far this season has been a few penalties. He's kind of cleaned those up in the past couple of games, but he is a little bit susceptible because he wants to get out of his stance and he really wants to get the jump on whoever is lined up over him. Now that he's in center, half the time he won't have anybody lined up over him, which hopefully will clean up his trying to play the snap a little bit too close and getting those offside penalties, which really kill drives. Now that he is the center, he is most of the time going to not have somebody over the top of him. And now he's got to be the communicator for that offensive line and direct them and help them where the help is needed. Picking up stunts and free blitzers and all of that. I am so excited that we finally have a starting five offensive line, and the center of that, the centerpiece, is going to be the center, JPJ. Let me know down in the comments below, are you happy that JPJ is now the starting center of the Raiders for the rest of the season? Yes or no? Also, DJ Glaze has played fantastic football for a 3rd-round pick rookie to take over that spot from Thayer Munford, and he ain't going nowhere. He's a big boy, he's lengthy, and he's got good feet. He does tend to get beat a little bit when it comes to the speed rush, but he'll clean that up as he gets more reps and gets more use to the speed of the game. Jordan Meredith has surprisingly also been a pretty good pickup for the Raiders. He's played fairly decent ball, and Dylan Parham has also been playing pretty decent ball. And so we finally have a few guys who are able to keep the quarterback from literally just getting sacked on every single play. And the big one that I want to talk about is Colton Miller. I've been saying this all season, guys. If you go back and look at my videos earlier, yes, I said Colton Miller right now was the weak point on that offensive line. He is getting beat like a redheaded stepchild, and it is embarrassing. But Colton Miller is a Pro Bowl left tackle. He had the entire offseason off, no workouts whatsoever because he had surgery on his shoulder. And therefore, he was out of football shape and out of football practice. But over the past 2 games, Colton Miller has not allowed a single sack and very few pressures. He is really starting to get right back into form like I said he would because, listen, Colton Miller is just too good not to be good. So one of the great things I am really excited about, and I know we're trying to get that #1 overall draft pick. And I know the Raiders, if they win too many games, we're going to be out of the contention for a real quarterback. I also know this. You want these guys who are going to be on the team next year to continue to improve. I know at this point we're not going to make the playoffs and it's kind of pointless winning any games. But you want these guys to continue to get better because when we get that quarterback, he's going to need a good offensive line. And I think as these guys, these front 5, Colton Miller, Meredith, Parham, JPJ, and DJ Glaze, as these guys get more reps together, more communication together, they're only going to get better as an offensive line, and that's going to spell success for whatever quarterback you're going to bring in through either some free agency work or magic or the draft. Obviously, we know it's most likely going to be Shedeur Sanders. I am getting a lot more higher opinion on Jalen Milroe as I'm seeing him progress throughout the season as a quarterback. Maybe the Raiders end up with him. I do know this one thing though. Guys, this isn't my only channel. I have another channel where we talk about ruled events, politics, and more from an independent standpoint. If that's the kind of stuff you love, go ahead and click right here, right now, and it'll take you to my other channel. Make sure you subscribe, like, and I'll see you guys in the next one. And again,